See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, everybody, it's Jackie Bros.
Boo!
Boo to you.
You suck.
So do you.
Fucking freak show.
All right, not the language. I know we heard it for somebody else and I enjoyed it, but I still don't like the language. I don't like it when you cuss, you know.
So you don't like it when I say, fuck you, Jackie?
No, I don't.
But how about when I say, fuck you, Trump?
I don't like that either because of the language, but the sentiment I'm all on
Pete
board with.
Buttigieg over here. Why don't you get Ellen and George W. to hug?
What?
Okay, boomer.
All right, enough. He got booed. When did he get booed first? I can't keep up with it. He gets booed. First off, foremost, he's getting booed in a stadium where a bunch of people you can see him. I guarantee you, all across America, somewhere, every day he gets booed. Constantly, somewhere, all the time. I know I boo him. I know I do. As soon as it comes on, I'll boo until somebody changes the damn channel.
But you're saying he doesn't see people boo him.
He doesn't see it, yeah. But he doesn't see it where he was at, I don't think. People are like, oh, look at his face. Look at the video of him. Oh, he hear. Does he? I don't know if he can hear good. I don't know if he can see good. I don't know any of that. I don't know. Oh, look at him now hearing them boos. Did he hear it? I don't know. And if it did hear it, how hard is it for him just to shut that out and think, or, you know, because literally the Trump people who love Trump, you'll see the same damn video on Twitter, or whatever it is. Here it is booing, and, you know, all the people like, hey, he's getting booed. The same video Trump people going to show and say, no, there's chanting his name. They like him, and it ain't no difference. So you see what you want to see, you hear what you want to hear.
Trump. Folks, this is Dunlap. Jackie's my friend.
Boo!
No.
Boo!
I don't like it.
See?
Now, should we feel sorry for Trump?
No. Hell no. Why are you going to feel sorry for him?
Well, he is the president, Jackie. Not really.
No,
I'm kidding.
What does he do?
He ruined the office.
It doesn't exist anymore. Whatever that was, that's it. Whatever
when
he
people
is.
say, let's respect the presidency and not boo it, even if he's a big, giant piece of shit.
No.
That argument doesn't hold water.
No.
Never boo the president, even though he is a giant, shit-headed fuckface.
All right.
Who has ruined all the reasons that we didn't want to boo the president. Let's not boo the president. No, he's the one who ruined it. So we should boo him.
You should boo him. And also, he has these rallies where essentially is made for, now granted, they're not there. They may not be there, but it's on TV for everybody to see. Half of the thing is lock her up, boo her, shifty shift, Pelosi, boo, boo. I mean, that's what he
comes
does.
Out with boo lines. Nobody else, people say, oh, he's like a stand-up president. He's not a comedian. He's a wrestler, or even he's the guy who comes out in a melodrama with a mustache, snidey whiplash, so that people boo.
Yeah. Well, I remember a time Michelle Obama went to NASCAR, which, you know,
I would have advised her.
You're asking for it, even though you shouldn't be. But
you should not boo Michelle Obama, no matter what. Yeah. But I would have, if I worked for the first lady, I might have said, do we?
Yeah.
Now, that's not fair. Maybe she wants to go see the NASCAR.
She likes NASCAR. She wants to. I want to go there. You going to tell her she can't? Of course. But
people boo politicians.
Always
there is
have
an American trait.
Always will.
That wants to boo. Even if you like them, you see them come out. Like, hey, you know what? I'm starting to really kind of like that Obama. And then he comes out at the ball game. You're like, what is that son of a bitch doing here?
Yeah.
I want to say it's admirable, but at the same time, I feel like that trait is how we got Trump. Like, people voted not for Trump, but for the trait.
Yeah.
of booing politicians. I
Yeah.
mean, when they voted for him, they were just booing politicians.
Well, that's what his traveling show is. It's a boo show. It's what it is.
It's just a boo show.
They boo this, boo that. They've been impeaching me. Boo. I mean, you're right. It's built on that. But at the same time, I hear what you're saying. The freedom of speech. We should be allowed, as American citizens, I should be allowed to tell the president, whoever the hell it is, they ain't doing a good job. What's the best way to do that in certain circumstances? At a sporting event, you boo. So I don't know. And it's a slippery slope, as I say.
We did a lot of videos back in the day that was just based on politicians suck. Washington sucks.
Yeah.
Congress go home.
Yeah.
The president is a jerk off.
Yeah, and to our surprise, or maybe not, to my surprise, you look at it now, we helped,
It's Jackie's fault that Trump is in office.
It's your fault, too. No, it's your fault, too.
Boo you.
Boo you.
Boo you.
Boo on you.
I told you. I sat here and said, Jackie, we ought not put this up on YouTube.
Did not. You did no such a thing.
You know what? In 16 years, this is going to lead to a Trump presidency.
Well, we thought you'd be so clever, like, I'm going to make fun of the Republicans and Democrats at the same time, so it's equal all the way around, same as Trump. When he ran for president, Bush, boo on him,
Democrats.
Bush, everything. It just did boo on everything. So I won't go ahead and officially go on the record and apologize for our contribution.
No, I apologize.
I did, too.
I apologized first.
No,
I brought it up.
But I'm apologizing for it.
Boo.
Boo on you.
Cook.
What?
I don't know. Boo.
Watch your mouth.
Listen, politicians do suck.
Well,
But
yeah.
it's nice when they're good. When their intentions are good and they're trying their darndest, and maybe you don't agree with them, and they show up at the ball game and somebody throws a cup at them, that's America. This is not America with the shithead, fuckface,
Hey,
dickhole,
language.
doing everything he can to enrich himself. He only cares about his ego and his pocketbook.
Goes to the bathroom on the Constitution of the United States every day.
That's not America.
No,
So when he
not at
shows up at the ball game and the fight and gets booed, that's like good. Like that's a must.
Yeah.
Like when regular presidents, Republicans, Democrats get booed, that's just like sort of it's not a bug. It's a bonus. That's a part of America where a healthy skepticism.
Sure, yeah.
Trump is an unhealthy skepticism.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
All right. Enough booing then.
All right. I'll agree not to boo you
All
if
right.
you agree not to boo me.
If we all say we're not going to boo one another, that's a good place to start. But that ain't going to last
Centrism.
long. We'll see how long that lasts through this here.
What are you doing?
Huh? I can drink a beer whenever I want to.
You just stole my bit. Boo!
I steal your
Boo!
beer. I opened the damn beer. How am I supposed to? You ain't the first person to ever open a damn
I
beer.
am officially credited as the first person to open a can of beer
No,
on a podcast and be cool.
no.
Everybody knows how cool I am.
No.
And you just did it. And fuck you.
I ain't. Fine, but that don't make you cool. It don't make me.
It does,
It
though.
don't make me cool.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
I can't explain it.
Makes me less thirsty. That's it.
So Trump,
Yeah.
President of the United States.
He is, even though say it's not legitimate. He is. I mean, he's sitting in there and nobody's doing anything about it. It's people trying to do something about it. He's still president. I didn't like it when people said, "Not my president. Obama ain't my president." And I never said, no, he's president. You don't like him, but he's still president. People say, Trump, not my president. Well, no, he's president. I like reminding people that he's president. Like, can you believe this? Look at the president.
What you did.
Look. That's the president. Yep, that's the president. So it needs to be said. I don't even like to say his damn name. I say president for that. Of course, president don't mean nothing anymore. Like I said, he already took that down. And
He
got away
ruined
with
it.
Yeah, it's gone.
So the president, U.S. forces killed the leader of ISIS
Yep.
on his watch.
Yeah.
So, and I said, all right, he gets this victory. I'm not saying he did anything to deserve it. I'm not saying he shouldn't be run out of a town on a rail. All I'm saying is he's still in office. Happened while he's in office. I'm sure everything he did leading up to it complicated it and made it worse for all involved. But he gets this moment. I resent it. I hope it doesn't help him get re-election. But, it's his.
Well, it could have been. I'm fine with that. Yeah, if it's under your watch and it happened, Obama got all
right, fine.
That's right. Yeah.
Do your thing, and then we'll get back to impeaching you on Monday.
But no, he had to.
He's too stupid.
He can't do it. It was him running his mouth. He got up there mouthing off like, Osama bin Laden just did 9/11. That's all that silly old 9/11 thing. You remember that? The thing I said, my building's the tallest one in the world now.
Books,
yeah, I wrote them books. Yeah, and all that. And I saw the Muslims celebrate. That's just, that's all that is. But this guy here, what did he say? Crying, whining, whimpering, all this stuff. Of course, I asked the general that. He goes, well, I don't know where he got that information.
How many generals have been asked about what Trump has said, and they're like, I don't know. I don't know, man.
That's all they can say. What else can you say?
I've seen combat, and this is worse. Just answering questions about the commander-in-chief is worse. That's not what it's supposed to be like.
Everything's worse about it. That's what the World Series, Nationalists. The Nationals, not the Nationalists.
The Trump wants them to change their names to the Nationalists.
I'm sure he does. They go in the White House. A pitcher didn't stand on a soapbox, make a big to do about it. It just seemed like, I can't do that.
If Trump loses, it's that attitude that's going to get him out of office. People just like, I can't. I just don't think I can do it.
He didn't say, I'm against him, he shouldn't do this, which, it'd been fine if he did all that, as far as I'm concerned, but he's just like,
I'm just going to take a day and not.
That seems honest, straightforward. That's appropriate, I think. That's
We're
fine.
all exhausted. We're all like, there's a lot of people that don't like him, but I'm afraid they might vote for him. I think the key to getting them out is the people who do like him who are just too tired. I agree with everything, but I can't.
Enough.
I'm racist as hell. I just can't do it no more. I can't see his face.
I don't know about how many of those folks are out there. I don't see them. People go out of the way to go see him at his boo fest, or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Well, they're impeaching him now. They voted. After they voted, some people gave him $3 million after that. That's what they said they raised in a day.
I mean, they're always going to do that. How much money did Clinton get when he was being impeached?
I'm sure they raised a bunch of money on that, too.
Who cares? If somebody's that fucking stupid, give it to him.
Watch your mouth, but
I don't want him to have that money to put Facebook ads up for, Aunt Renee to see. But if the choice is let idiots keep their money and he stays in office, or impeach him and somebody gives him $3 million, let him.
Anybody that gives any Trump any money deserves to have it ripped out of the hands, wallets, wherever it is. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Gonna give him. I thought less people would give money for his campaign because, he don't need it. It's like the same thing. NRA's hurting right now. They can't raise money like they used to because you got Trump in office right there. So why didn't it work for him too? Shouldn't be like, he got enough money. Sure, I could give him $5, but he got him, foaming at the mouth.
It's the same thing with church people. The church grift. Those church people on TV with the diamond rings, begging for money to buy a new jet. It doesn't matter. People see their richness somehow is a signifier that they deserve more of your money. It's a sign of success, so it says it's okay to give them your money because so many other people have. I don't understand. I guess it's a con man thing.
I don't understand it either.
That's what they all say. Oh, he's a businessman. He understands.
Well, if he's a businessman, why the hell he need your damn money?
Well, he was never a businessman. He was a con man the whole way through.
Yeah.
It was all about the con. From the 70s on. It's all conning people.
You send however much money, $5, $20, whatever, you send that money to him, he still ain't paid half of the places that he went and did that, where you went to see him at his rally. He don't, security, there's contractors all come out. He ain't never paid me. I went down there and worked for him. He don't pay people, but you going to turn around and give him your hard-earned money.
We've been trying to figure out how he conned everybody who loves Andy Griffith in the South into voting for him, the anti-Andy Griffith.
Don't make a damn bit of sense.
Because it's the same thing. It's how all these people give all the money to Jim Baker, all these church con people. It's the same thing. He just grew up knowing you make yourself seem successful, you can con people.
Well, he was trying to get in on that. Remember you were telling me earlier he was going to make...
Yeah. Story come out this week, which is amazing. And if he gets through without going to jail, I have no doubt that he will try to do this, because it got a pretty good response, I think, from conservative press, is that he had spoken to, what's his spiritual advisor's name?
I don't know her name. I don't know. She's
Paula White?
Something. I don't know.
That seems too perfect if her last name is White. But there was an article out that I think she's promoting a book. She said that he wanted to build a cathedral to God. Like a a Trump church. It's the Trump church.
Yeah.
Which I think is a great con for him. And he should definitely get in on the church grift, because he's already got them. All he has to do is make money from it. I think that's the one thing he ain't made no money from is the church thing. He got in office, so I guess he is making money from it.
Sure, he's making it now.
That's $3 million.
Yeah.
But that's going for the... So he needs that... for lawyers.
That's what that's going to be, is all that money. That's the Republican money, too. If you really are, well, there ain't Republicans anymore. Like I said, there used to be Republicans. There's a few kind of half Republicans still out there. Michael Steele, I appreciate what you're doing. He's one of the still Republicans out there, I think, talking about. But, of course, now they're not Republicans. They're never Trumpers, or they're this, or they're that, or whatever. But, yeah. Well, I lost my train of thought. What the hell was I going to say?
I couldn't tell you.
You weren't listening to me either. I don't know.
No, you said that there's a few Republicans. Let's work our way back. We're talking about the church, building a church.
Right.
Talking about a few Republicans left.
Right.
Not that many. They're not Republicans anyway.
Yeah. Well, all the money that the GOP, that money is going to pay legal fees. And your election, sure, you need to be nice to Trump so you can get, but how much that money you really going to get when he needs to hire like 4 or 5 more lawyers?
I'm amazed we worked our way back to that, because usually... I'm
getting up in age, and I'm sipping on this beer here. And
usually
it's
gone. You could have just said Trump sucks.
Well, I know
like
that.
To go, fuck Trump.
I don't like to hear that language, but yeah, if you get too far off track, you just say that. That'll get you back rolling some which way.
If I lose my train of thought, I just go, fuck Trump. And that's a good way to end or continue a conversation.
I don't need to hear language on.
So Trump should definitely start a church. I don't know. You could have a preacher, and then you could have Trump come out. People would give that church would be the money-makingest church in America.
I wish he'd have gone into that instead of politics. I'll say that right now.
People say, he's going to have a news channel when he gets out if he ain't in jail. Well, I mean, he should just have a church, because you can broadcast that, and it's sort of a news channel.
I saw on one of the TV shows of one of the people that used to, those poor people, I hope they made their money worth, that had to write a book with him. There's 3 or 4 people that wrote a book with him, and every single one of them can't stand him. But one of those people was on there, and they said, no, you're going to have to put him in jail. And they were like, well, you got to put him in jail. If you get him out of impeachment, if you actually get him out of office, or if you actually beat him, he going to go around the country and try to get violence, get people stirred up to do something. He going to be mad as hell. He said, no, the only way you're going to have to deal with him is put him in jail. Now, I hope that ain't the case, but I mean, that scenario certainly seems like something that could come true, judging on his behavior that I've seen thus far.
I don't want to put anything past him. He also seems kind of like an idiot.
He's a complete dumbass. Yeah, excuse my language, but
I mean, people definitely get riled up at those rallies, and the fists have been thrown.
Guns, bullets have been fired.
So I ain't putting nothing past him. I hope when he's getting older and older, I just hope he just seems more and more like an idiot that can't rile nobody up.
How can you seem more like an idiot than he already does? Like an idiot.
And I hope his kids just turn into the idiot sons of the idiot, so, and then they don't get no power either. Don Jr. is really almost worse than Trump.
Oh, can you imagine?
It may be worse.
He might
honestly.
be. Well, the reason we don't think he's worse because he ain't got the power that the president currently has. He just hang around it,
Well, he's good at doing Trump-like things of saying the opposite of what is true and getting people to believe him, like when he's going around talking about whatever, Joe Biden Jr., Hunter Biden.
Nepotism, yeah.
Oh, can you believe what would happen if I just went around using my daddy's name to get rich?
He ain't never done that now in his life.
Crazy. Does he know? I don't know. Is he dumber? I think in some ways he's dumber than Trump. In some ways he's dumber in different ways.
Well, the most dumb people are the people that like either one of them. Dumb people, I guess, flock to dumb people because I can't make any other excuse for it.
Well, speaking of flocking to dumb people, he is moving to Florida.
No, well, there you go. He's trying to get away. I don't know. It's not going to do him any good as far as what they're doing. New York, first off, what they're doing in New York, DA and all that stuff, this is little bits and pieces just come out all the time on this. And we don't know how deep and dirty that's going to get. That's going to be awful, whatever they're doing up there. And he just mad, so he's going to go to Florida as if he can get away from the mayor. I
think he can keep some property if he goes to Florida, no matter what they do to him.
Is that what it
or
is?
His family maybe can keep. Florida is a great place for criminals to duck the law.
All right.
So I think if he moves out of New York and is a citizen of Florida.
From the rich people down to the poor people, you can duck the law in Florida,
I think
pretty much.
Florida
That's
is a good place.
A good way to.
Swamp culture.
As Zimmerman shoot, anything, you can get off. You can kill people, you can rip people off,
That is a great place for him. If I were Trump, I would go down there, try to hide from New York, try to keep some of your crazy property, build a church. Big mega church, Crystal Cathedral down there, a monument to God. If he told that woman that he wanted to build a monument to God, and she didn't know, you mean yourself, don't you? Then they're both so deluded. But they are.
Yeah,
I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, of course. Crazy. Yeah.
We're all just pretending here. We're all just pretending. So he goes down to Florida because he also talked about having a live TV fireside chat where he read not a transcript, right? I hope that happens.
That'd be now he's an awful person. I don't like to laugh at him because he's the people that are getting hurt by him. There are people genuinely whose lives have been forever ruined by this man. We have to keep that, in context when we want to laugh at it. But that's something I'd probably have to laugh at later on. I wouldn't watch it live, but later on I said, what did he say?
Maybe you get that dog come on and co-host with him.
What's wrong with that? How come we can't know who that dog is? I don't understand that. His name, here's a picture of him, but his name is classified. Why is the dog classified? Is it named Lucky, Butch? What does it mean? I mean,
Do you think maybe the dog doesn't want his name out there to be used by Trump? Is it a Nationals pitcher kind of thing where the dog's like, no, leave me out of this. You can show my face, but don't put my name out there. I don't want to be a pawn in his game.
Well, good for the dog if that's what it is. But I say, it's what's the dog's name? It's classified. Why? I mean, I ain't trying to disparage the generals and how the military sit. That's fine. I understand there's protocol, but I don't understand. In this particular case, I just don't understand. We can't. No.
Look, Trump is racist to dogs all the time. He's like, die like a dog, whimper like a dog, drop out like a dog.
Beto drop out like a dog. He hates dogs. A man hates all animals. You can tell that. Supposedly, I heard this. He was going to have that dog come to the White House to give a medal or something. But
if I was wounded hero dog, I wouldn't want no part of that. And also, Trump never is bad with dogs. So that wouldn't go well probably anyway. He hates dogs.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he even floated that. He's like, can you keep him in the garage, give him a bone, send him on his way?
He's on a leash, right? You keep him over there. I'll set down the bowl of Alpo, and that's it.
That would be that would hurt him. Like a day where he tries to read something and then is scared of a dog, that would hurt him.
Yeah.
He can't read. There was this article from the woman who discovered Mitt Romney's Twitter alias that says that part of Trump's problems is just that he can't see. So a lot of these things where he's mispronouncing things, getting names wrong, doesn't recognize people, terrifying things that make us think that he is completely in the midst of some sort of elder brain meltdown.
Yeah.
Is just because he's too vain to put on his glasses and he can't read.
Well, is it the same place as that same woman said he don't like to get on his phone and Twitter tweets because he has to put on glasses in order to do it?
He has to dictate his tweets because he's too vain. Nope, these were, I would say, corroborating stories that corroborate each other.
I see, yeah.
Like the tweet story come out in the New York Times, and then I think Ashley Feinberg and Slate. I like it when we say the people who wrote things because it makes us seem like a real podcast.
Seems like what we read, yeah.
Yeah, she said that he just won't put his goddamn glasses on because he's too vain. And I think there's some truth to that. So I don't know if that makes me feel better or not, that he makes all these mistakes, which can be explained, not because he's got Alzheimer's disease, but because he's too stupid to put his glasses on.
Yeah.
But that he keeps making mistakes. That's how you get somebody launch versus lunch. Time for lunch. Gets a KFC in here, and he hits the button.
It's over with.
Like Space Nuts. And he hits launch.
Didn't Mr. Magoo become president one of them cartoons or something like that? All sorts of things happened to him. Now, Mr. Magoo wasn't racist, I don't think, was he? I don't remember Mr. Magoo being hateful and mean, but he just couldn't see good.
I think all those old cartoons are racist now, so I'm not sure.
Well, a little bit, yeah, but I mean, that wasn't the intent of it. But anyway, when you're blind, everybody's the same, I guess. I don't know.
So we've got Trump building a church in Florida to read transcripts and be scared of dogs. I hope that happens. People say, oh, Trump's going to start a TV network when he gets out. It would just be him reading things off of giant cue cards.
Mispronouncing things you can't make out.
Which I guess is what his press secretary does now, just hold the cue cards.
What is it? And go on Fox. That's all the press secretary does. Go on Fox to cuss whoever's saying something bad about him that day, and then that's it. They don't have press conference no more. That ain't no reading for that.
So, just quickly here, let's move through. We got the whistleblower, impeachment vote. So, I'm not 100% up on what's happening with the impeachment inquiry. Jackie, have you been following it closely this week? I know that they voted in the House.
Yeah, but they should have done it with the first time they called them out to do it. I was like, just show them your bluff. Have the vote. Shut them up. But now they waited so long, then they can say, well, they should have had this a month ago, or they should have done it then. But now it's already a sham when they started, blah, 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 because they're going to change the story every step of the way. So just let them change it right then. Don't give them a month. Don't give them a few weeks.
Oh, they going to piss and moan about whatever.
I know it.
Their sham show.
I know
Their
it.
sham show is calling the other show a sham.
Sham, that's all it is.
It's a boo show and a sham show.
So, yeah.
That doesn't matter. They got to do a sham show, boo show.
Well, right now, they already changed the story. Right now, they sent on Kelly Conway's, there was no, remember, because all they said, perfect conversation, no plows.
Right.
None of that.
Uh-huh.
Did not happen, no. And now they put her on TV. They said, was there any quid pro quo? And she's like, I don't know. So it's gone from no to I don't know, and then by the time we get to the Senate after he's been impeached, it'll be yes, but it's not impeachable.
By the time we get there, how dare you expect not to be a quid pro quo? Do you not believe in democracy?
Yeah.
How dare you,
That's
sir?
how things work. We give this, and they do that, and they,
It's treason to suggest there not be a quid pro quo. String them up. Lock them up. Civil War. Gohmert. Wanting a civil war. They always say that. Like, it's amazing how often they say civil war.
If this country has another civil war over this, excuse my language, dumbass idiot in the White, over him, this is what you want to take a bullet for. This is what you want over this lump of horse shit, excuse my language.
Wow.
That's
what were you mad at me about for earlier?
That's what you're going to go down for. That's what you want to do. This is what the right. If there's a civil war over this man here, then we deserve to be destroyed. I'm going to say it right now.
He won't even wear his glasses. He's the president. He won't wear his glasses. Hey, who doesn't wear their glasses? Like middle management. Like somebody at like a normal job, maybe don't. The president, if he needs glasses, should wear his glasses. He has to look at important things.
He don't. We already know they don't show him important things.
Well, that's why, because he won't put on. That's why it's all pictures.
What's the point?
He won't put on his glasses. He's not gonna read nothing. He won't put on his glasses.
That's what scares the hell out of me. Who is reading the important stuff? I don't know. Stephen Miller? I don't know. Mulvaney? All the people. That's something we didn't talk about yet. Is Kelly saying? I told him if you just do it, get a yes man, you're gonna get impeached. What's gonna happen?
Yeah. And it's true.
It's absolutely true. But the hell with you, Kelly, for not telling the entire nation what kind of trouble we were in at the time until you get done. Does he have a book coming out? What's he out there for?
What is he out there for?
I don't know.
Does he have a book coming out?
Who knows?
Something's in the air.
Well,
he gonna run for president?
You don't get concerned about the nation and the safety for democracy. All of that, none of that matters until you, I guess, have a book that's going to be published here pretty soon. That's the only reason Bolton may come out and, they're wishy-washy there. They don't know whether he's going to get, not unless he's subpoenaed. So what are you saying? Subpoena him and he'll show up. But he got a book coming out, so I'm going to say Bolton may very well end up going up there impeachment and talking on TV. Got a book to sell.
I don't think Kelly's got a book coming out, so I don't know what. I think, was this in somebody else's book that he said that?
He was sitting on TV. He was sitting somewhere on the couch talking to somebody. Getting interviewed.
Nobody's coming out unless they're trying to make something off of it.
I know it. Nobody give two damns about the country. Nobody. Not one of them.
Trump's calling for the whistle. Where's the whistleblower?
Which is illegal every damn time he does it. Every time he says that, that's illegal, and nobody says a damn word about it.
Whistleblower must come forward.
You better come out.
That's not what you'd say. The boss... He's the boss of the country, and he should wear his glasses and not call for the whistleblower to come forward.
The same protocol that says that that the dog's name is classified, that same laws go the other way on a whistleblower. You ain't supposed to, that's what it's there for. You don't know who it is because it's the... who am I talking to?
What if the whistle...
Know who the hell I'm telling this to.
Maybe the whistleblower is a cat, and this is just them trying to get at it. So we'll show that feline son of a bitch.
What?
Well, we're protecting the dog. Just really trying to needle the whistleblowing cat.
Well,
we know that Trump's not going to have a box of shit in the house, so it's not a cat.
But going to have a cat, yeah.
Try to get a cat to do anything.
No.
Cat ain't going to come forward.
No, cat don't give a damn. Yeah.
No. Yeah, fuck you.
Hey, watch it.
Cat, will you stand up for democracy? And say, no. We got some tuna? Here's some tuna. Eat. Fuck you.
Hey.
Fucking cats, man.
You could say make a point without the words.
So,
whistleblower's lawyer come out and said, I think yesterday, he said, because the Republicans, they want this whistleblower as bad as the president does. Well, basically, because he wants, they're like, yeah, he needs to come forward. I want to ask him some questions. I got some questions to ask this old whistleblower. And sure enough, a lawyer come out there and say, well, you can write them down. I get them to him, and he'll be happy to answer them. Well, that ain't going to be no good for him now. They ain't going to like it now. It was good enough for the president when Mueller wanted to talk to him, wasn't it? Just write it down and give it to him. Like he wrote in there that damn hell. Ask the whistleblower whatever you want. I don't even know why we're still talking about that, because we got 4 or 5 people that ain't the whistleblower, or may not be, or who the hell knows, that are telling exactly what the whistleblower said. So what does it matter? That they started it? They've all testified under oath that he did this. So what is it?
They want to come, it doesn't matter. They won't come out. It's the same thing with the damn Russia stuff. It's like they're trying to prove that it started under shady circumstances because they read some fucking damn conspiracy blog on fucking Q Reddit. And they're like, oh no, the whistleblower is this person. If we can prove that it started, it doesn't matter what the other people said. It doesn't matter how many times they corroborate it. All they need is to sow a few seeds of doubt in the people who only read conspiracy blogs and Fox News. So that's it. That's all they got to get out there.
They've already
They believe all this stuff anyway. They believe their own conspiracies, and they're trying to force Ukraine to participate in the conspiracies that ain't true about themselves. And the whistleblower, too, I guess. I don't It's crazy.
Well, Fox News started running down these career military men and they ain't never done nothing but serve their damn country. And now that they're, extortionists or spies or treason, I mean, it's just, they don't give a damn. Don't nobody give a damn. All those people are awful, awful people. Terrible people.
We're going to get to a point where it ain't treason to talk bad about military people who oppose Trump, but it is treason to talk bad about Ducey. Jackie, what do you want to talk about, Assad or the Democrats? Let's wrap it up.
Assad or the Democrats, yeah. What do you got to say about Assad? Let's see here.
Well, let's see. Assad come out and said Trump was the greatest American president.
Did he have anything to say about Tulsi Gabbard, or did he leave her out of it this time?
I think he said until we get Tulsi.
Tulsi Gabbard, he's the best one until Tulsi Gabbard takes off.
He's a John the Baptist for a Tulsi Gabbard presidency.
Well, I'm glad he came out and had a few nice things to say about President Tulsi Gabbard. I always want to get the opinions from a mass murderer.
So they got. That's not going to Hannibal Lecter, right? To catch the. What, you got any tips on us for getting this other dictator out? I can hear the lamb screaming, Tulsi.
That's quid pro quo. Remember that?
Quid pro quo. That's how I even know what the fuck that means.
What's quid pro quo, Clarice?
So, all right. So let's talk about Beto O'Rourke dropped out, Jackie. That's one less cusser you're going to have to hear from.
Well, I don't know. We'll still hear him cuss somewhere, probably. I don't think he's gone for good. I don't know what he's going to do.
Welcome to the I'm going to cuss a little bit show. I'm so mad.
You'd be mad as hell if he got a TV show doing that. If all it is he'd come on with guns, F that or F this, and that's all he did.
When I talk to people in the parking lot of these driving around Texas, and they've got talking, cussing, it's a little bit like Pete. That's Pete. I don't want the and he's
Well, we got one.
We're working on it. We don't have to do Beto anymore. We
got one less to worry about. Yeah.
Just try to get Pete down. He's doing good. He's surging. Surgeon Pete. Surgeon Meaner Pete is out there surging. Centriston.
Well, he come out and said that the race is just between him and Warren now, but I don't know if that's...
is that just to make Bernie people mad?
And other people, I'm sure. I mean, yeah.
But other people... Really.
I know they don't.
Just the Bernie people.
Bernie people may
when
get
Bernie
mad.
people get mad, you're gonna get some, R.I.P. your mentions. Klobuchar people get mad. Like, who even is that? Anybody? I know she's doing okay in some of these polls. Like, she's like 6th or something. But like,
the only reason everybody, and nothing against Miss Klobuchar, good for you for running, but I think the only reason she got supporters is they don't like anybody else. I mean, is that what it is? Like, I can't. She's fine. Just her.
If I did not like 7 or 8 other people, I can't imagine that she's the one I would land on. Like, going down the list, I guess it's her. I'd be like, I just crumple the paper up.
Pick somebody before that. Yeah, that's the one you wind up with.
She's fine. We're not knocking her. She's fine.
All of them are better than what we got. I'd take any one of them.
I just tried to get in the head of the person who's like, nope, Amy Klobuchar's for me.
That's it.
Because you not Pete. Maybe. I mean, she's fine. She's maybe better than Pete at this point. I don't know. Look, I'm not endorsing anybody. Just trying to get in people's heads. She did okay on the last debate.
Yeah, she's done fine, I guess, every time, but,
I did not realize how unpleasant the idea of Mayor Pete going after Elizabeth Warren would be. That just sounds like the worst.
I hope he's wrong. That ain't between them two, because that's going to be awful watching the last few debates of them two. Nobody wants to see that. I guarantee you right now.
No, that is terrible. And Kamala Harris, I think is pulling out of
she cut a
money
staff
out of New Hampshire and putting it all on Iowa, so she's got to make it to Iowa.
That's all she got going.
But
right
is
now.
Klobuchar ahead of her in Iowa polls?
I don't know. After you get past Pete, I don't know. It's Biden.
Right, Biden.
Don't forget, he's still in most of these places still on top, which don't make a damn bit of sense. But I guess all right.
And Bernie is doing good.
Bernie's doing fine. Everybody was worried about that heart attack going to be, he's done now. Now, he showed up at that other debate and it was fine. So,
If they can stick together and fend off Pete and bring it down to Bernie versus Warren in the end, but what does that turn into?
I don't know what that is. Just a bunch of Bernie bros mad if she gets it.
You can see you can
that's what you wind up
if you read some Twitter comments, she might as well be Condoleezza Rice, which is just not true.
No.
But that's not going to happen. I don't know how this plays out. It seems like Biden is dropping out, Pete is surging, and it's Pete versus like a centrist young dude versus these two big swinging old dudes. I don't know what that election is going to be.
No.
And everybody has to live until then too. So, and I'm including us. That's not like a Bernie heart attack joke. That's like me making it through.
If we, I'm up there in age. I may kill over next week or tomorrow. Who knows?
Hey, knock wood though.
Huh?
I'd feel terrible for booing you if you keeled over next week.
Hey there, everybody. It's still Jackie Bros on this thing here talking.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Also still here on this thing talking.
Still on this thing of talking, a cheering, a booing, you name it. We're doing it all. And tell you what, if you enjoy listening to us boo, what did I say? Boo, cheer, talk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty much what it is, isn't it? Cuss.
That's TV. That's
cussing.
Cable news.
Well.
And that's politics.
If you like it and you enjoy this and like,
that's 2019, life of 2019.
Well, if you like
that's Twitter.
If you like this, not all that other stuff, even if it's the same as that, but if you like this and want to hear a little bit more, say like, if I like this and it's real good and I enjoy listening to these fellas, but if I could just get 20 more minutes with them, if I just 20 more minutes, then that'd really be something. I'd really enjoy that extra 20 minutes. Well, I'll tell you what, if you really want to hear that extra 20 minutes, it's there. You're just going to have to, contribute $5 to our, what is
Cough it up, motherfucker.
Hey, don't say it like that.
Give us that cold green.
It don't just pay for the 20 extra minutes. It goes for this one, and it goes for the other one.
We need that money.
We're going to do it. I'd hate to say we ask money for the other thing that we do, which is called the Redneck Matinee, where we talk a
Oh, yeah, we need
about,
to get on that.
Yeah.
Well, that was just a thing that we're trying to get them up. I think at one point we were going to do once a month.
Yeah.
Which seems to be, that's a real tricky. It seems to be more like once every 2 months, which is maybe more reasonable, but I think we're even behind on that. We just need to get them up. Turn them up.
But, yeah, and I would...
Get them going.
I'd hope to say if we make some more of our, padded on money, we'd work a little faster on that. But I don't know if that's true or not, to be honest.
No, don't say that.
Well, I didn't. That's what I say. I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying, don't mean it that way.
But we do appreciate your money every time one
Absolutely, yeah.
Gives us money. Sometimes people give us more money, but if you give us the $5, you do get that 20 extra minutes.
It's an extra 20 extra minutes. So Jackie and Dunlap, both him and me, we do this and then we do that one. Sometimes we do that one first and then we do this one.
There's so much news this time of year, I was about to say. Trump time.
Yeah.
For the last four years.
How long it's been, yeah.
But there is so much news. I think one of our Patreon goals is if we got up to a certain level, we'd do 2 of these a week. And I don't know that anybody wants that.
No.
But I will say that ISIS happened like last weekend. And like between our last podcast, we try to do one every week. The days kind of vary right now. We should get to that's what everybody says. You got to put your podcast up on the same day.
I know.
It's just a little behind. This is just me talking out loud. We appreciate what everybody says.
Yeah, thank you.
But like we could have talked about ISIS in the middle of the week and then come back and talked about ISIS and him booing and then come back and talk about impeachment. Like there's so much happening now that by the time you get to, if you do one every week, you're missing stuff. Maybe we could do one every morning. Jackie, I'll get over here about 3 a.m.
No, I ain't going to.
All these places got one they put up every day now.
I ain't starting my day by talking about how awful everything is. That's not how
we
I
come
want
up.
to do it. Quiet in the morning. Quiet.
People listen to it on the damn train. You know how people take a train to work?
Well,
My baby takes a morning train.
oh, yeah.
He gets to work and listens to a news roundup podcast with Michael Barbaro. They do one story. The New York Times has that one. They go in depth on a story. And then there's like Up First. Crooked Media's got one where they do. So, Jackie, I'm going to get over here about 3 a.m.
No.
The Daily.
No, you ain't.
And we'll go say, well, what happened overnight? And like Trump will have tweeted something, probably narrowly averted a war. Something's on fire. And we'll talk about them things. And then we'll update people on the news, local goings on here in Murfreesboro. So we'll talk about the horrors of daily life. And then some whimsical, humorous musings from local small town denizens here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
I ain't doing that every day. No, there's no way.
What about 4 days a week?
Nope.
What's the monetary, what could bring you, how much would I have to give you?
A lot.
Of our fans' money for you, $2,000?
Maybe.
Like if I come over here and pulled out a big wad of like, say, $7,500.
If it was 75, I'd consider it. How long I got to talk about it in the morning? Not as long as we do on here.
No, you'd have to do like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I'll get up and do, if I got to get up and cuss the president for how much money? 70?
It's not going to happen.
No, I know it ain't, but I'm just saying. You asked me how much, I may be around for that.
Well, you're a concerned citizen. I mean, we'd be reading up on everything.
I ain't doing it every day unless you, however much
$4,000.
Well, if that happens, then we'll talk about it. Till then, I'm happy to do.
What about $26?
Look, I'm happy to do extra 20 minutes to all of our patrons.
That's fun.
Yes, I enjoy that because those people are supporting us, helping us keep this up and running, and paying for the computer stuff and the electricity, all of it. So we can't thank you enough for that. And
we do.
It's the least we can do, and I enjoy doing it. And
go
it's
over there and listen to some of them.
Yeah,
we should put some up for free as a sample.
No, you got to pay $5 because that's unfair to the people that are paying $5 a month, and then you can't just give it to everybody. Well, all right, all of y'all who pay, all of our patrons that pay $5 a month, y'all vote on which one episode of that we should put up for free. Y'all decide it because it's yours. It's
we'll
not
put
ours.
It in the feed. Okay, go over to Patreon.
20 minutes is yours. That's yours. If you think we should play one for everyone to hear, y'all pick which one because it's yours. Pick which one you'd like to share with other people.
So go over to Patreon. If you want to vote in this, go over to Patreon /Red State Update. And vote for, we'll make it $5, so you'll have to give us $5, and then you can vote for which one should be free.
Not the people who are already giving us $5.
No, they're already giving us $5.
So they don't have to pay more.
You really don't know how any of this works.
That's what I'm saying. They don't pay anymore. They pay $5. Good Lord, that's enough. Some people pay more than $5.
Yeah, those people
Bless their hearts.
Man.
Should they get more than one vote?
I think if you give us $5, you can vote as many times as you want.
All right, that sounds good. So y'all decide.
I'm not
which one.
putting any more restrictions on people who give us any amount of money over $5.
That sounds about decent. So y'all figure out which one. If we wanted to sell this, try to get somebody, who, if they want to hear this, they're gonna come off that $5 quicker than you can think of. Just lay it down. And here you go. I need more of this. You pick that episode. And we'll play it for everybody.
So that's at patreon.com /Red State Update. Go over to Patreon. We'll talk about this on 20 extra minutes.
Best
20 extra minutes
by Jackie and Dunlap, both of us right here. All right. Well, we got that Patreon page going, and we appreciate all of our people.
So I'll come over at 3.
No. That's a whole other thing. That's a lot more money. That ain't got nothing to do with voting. That ain't gonna happen.
What would we call it? Cockadoodle News?
That's a good name. That is a good name.
Or Cockanoozle Do. Wait.
Either one of those would be fine with me.
All right, well, so we're going to come over here. We're going to get started doing our news.
No, we're not. I ain't getting up at 3 in the morning and cock-a-doodle news and noodle, whatever it is. No. And at 3 in the morning, no.
Everybody's doing it, Jackie. We
Not
can't be
me.
left out.
I ain't doing it. How much money they making getting up at 3 in the morning? Anybody that gets up at 3 in the morning for something, you got to make a little scratch getting up that early, I think.
Yep.
Ain't no other reason to get up that early.
Garbage man.
He making a good living.
I couldn't do it. I went down there and applied.
I know you couldn't do it.
And they said, well, there's a drug test. And I said, should I finish filling this out and pretend like I got a shot, or should I just throw this pen down there and walk the fuck out?
Watch him
They
out.
said, if I was you, because my sister done told me about you also, I'd just walk the fuck out.
All right, watch your mouth. I don't need to hear it all
I
that.
said, okay, cool. I said, hey, Bert.
Enough.
And Bert's like, I kicked your ass in the McDonald's parking lot. Well, you coming down here applying for a job with me? I said, I don't know. I figured if a dumbass like you could do this job. And then we threw down right there. And when I say threw down, I mean he hit me in the face with a folding chair.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's like wrestling, but I don't know how to do it like a wrestler, so it just hurt real bad. And I bled. That's how I got this cut on my eyebrow.
Yeah, all right.
You remember?
Yeah.
It's like, because one day I was like, tomorrow I'll have me a good job. And the next day I come back bleeding and high.
Well, that sounds like every other day to me, but all right. I don't remember which incident. Anyway, we thank all our patrons for the $5 a month. I hope you enjoy the extra 20 minutes and hope you enjoy voting on which is the best one that we should share for free. But we also want to thank our local sponsors here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. They contribute $20. They get, and they're sponsored, get a commercial, whatever you want to call it, every one of these. And I tell you what, I got a good one from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And this for people, if you're from Murfreesboro, you're going to find out about all sorts of deals and new places to go and things to watch and look at.
Yeah. And if you're not from Murfreesboro,
you're traveling through, now you got a little guide map or something, go
we hear all the time. We showed up for Jackie and Dunlap talking about, we come down here, we wanted to see all these restaurants and all these museums and all this fine culture and dining.
Yeah. If you want to know more about this, what is it called? Guy Lancaster, professor, author, did a wonderful job of compiling all of these wonderful different sponsors we've had over the years. It used to be on the Waka, and then they threw us off.
The Wikipedia.
Yeah, the Waka Tita threw us off, and then the thing, it's not that, but it is that, something that's on now, right? What you call it?
The Wiki page, fan page? I don't know.
We'll find out what it is, because I'm
I
telling
didn't
people
know.
to look at it if you want to. I don't know what it is either. It's a wiki thing. Anyhow.
We'll put a link to it up over on our Patreon.
And there you go. If you want to learn a little bit about past sponsors in the past, it's all listed there. Although I don't think Guy Lancaster is the only person that writes for that thing, because somebody showed it to me and said, look at this, and it said it was a whole introduction to us and what we said to Jackie, the original Odd Couple. Which I don't know if he'd have wrote that, because it's not true. Because Odd Couple, that's original. That's Walter Matthau, and who's the other one? The first one.
Hey, Ruffy boy.
Oh, that went on. That's right. I was thinking somebody else, but you're right. He was the first one on the stage.
That's a trivia.
Yeah.
You think it's who's original Odd Couple?
Yeah.
Odd Couple. I'm thinking of Ted Koppel.
Ted Koppel. He'd be good in it, though.
He was the original Odd Couple.
He'd be like Felix, but less nervous. Still just as annoying to you. He'd be a good in the
like Matthau. Who would have been better with Ted Koppel, Klugman or Matthau?
Oh, that's a hard choice there. I don't know. I'd pick another news person or something, wouldn't you?
Did Ted Koppel ever do any good? Oh, so like Ted Koppel and who then? Who would Rather?
No, Rather's not good at really anything. I'm trying to think. Who was the one on ABC, the older one now? There's a few old people that still have on TV every now and then.
David Brinkley?
There you go. David Brinkley.
Sam Donaldson.
Sam Donaldson. That's it. Sam Donaldson. And Ted Koppel, the Odd Couple. That'd be good. You'd like they do the news together, and then one would be like, clean that up over there. We do these. I think we done. Did we do odd couple jokes last week, too. So it's not too long ago. I think we did. Something about cleaning the lasagna off of spaghetti off a wall or something.
Oh, man.
We love that odd couples. But
Typical
anyhow,
boomer.
I just want to make that clear that if you go to the wiki, whatever it is, we are not the original odd couple. That would be Walter
Tony
Matthau,
Randall.
Art Carney. Not Tony Randall. Anyhow.
A good odd couple remix would be like two Felixes and two damn other ones.
What?
Like, what if you had two Felixes?
That's not a couple then. That's it. What is it? What's four? How do you say four?
Odd quartet?
Odd quartet. There you go.
Why is that a quartet? Two Felixes. That's two people. That's a couple.
Oh, you're saying put the two of them together. Put Tony Randall and Jack Lemmon in a room together. And then take Walter Matthau and Jack, they would just have a good time because they'd be cooking and cleaning and like, oh, here, let me add some paprika or whatever. I'm
pretty sure the Odd Couple TV show, like Klugman, moved out in with another slob. He's like, I can't take it anymore.
Oh, did that happen on one? Yeah.
Probably. It stinks.
You keep it clean at least don't stink in here, yeah.
We really, if we knew how to edit, should cut all this Odd Couple stuff out.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I got a good sponsor regardless of that. Just want to clear that up, though. If you go to the fan thing, whatever, we'll put the link. We are not the original Odd Couple. Just want to make sure people know that we didn't write that. And we wouldn't. And I don't think the guy Lancaster would have wrote it, but who knows? Maybe it did. I got a good sponsor this week, and I think you're familiar with it. I know you know it, Dunlap. And I'll be honest, it was something I didn't enjoy regularly, but I knew of it being on. It's on the Coley Christian Network, a cable channel here we got. And it's a great show. Those of you that watch it, of course, know it now. Everybody's talking about it these days, but for a different reason. But let me just tell you what the show is Pretty Trees on the Coley Christian Network. Pretty Trees, hosted by, Bruce and Sheena. And this comes on early in the morning. I don't think quite at 3 in the morning, but about 5 or something like that. One of the first things you want to look at. And I tell you, it's a good way to start your day. You just see these trees. They just have the prettiest trees in Rutherford County. Let's be honest. We got some of the most beautiful trees I think you can find worldwide. I'd go so far as to say, I'm going to say in the country, but I say in the whole world, we got some beautiful, beautiful trees here. And they just kind of walk you through it. Today we got some beautiful trees on this part of town, wherever it's at, off Rutherford County, different places. And they just kind of show videos of it and talk about it. And this park over here, here's some nice trees, here's some, on and on and on. And it's just peaceful, relaxing, and nice nature, that sort of thing. And that's Pretty Trees. It's on the Coley Christian Network. Comes on, like I said, I think about 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. Bruce and Sheena, it's great. And, of course, everybody's talking about it nowadays because of that video they've been showing. I know you saw that, didn't you?
Which video? Of the trees?
No, it starts off with the tree, but it's just something they caught by accident.
Oh, that bird.
That was fun. No, not the bird.
Squirrel?
No, you know what I'm talking about.
That other bird?
No. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The one that everybody's showing. They put it up on the YouTubes and everywhere.
So many of the Pretty Trees clips go viral.
No, this one went a bit wild. You know who I'm talking about. We was talking about him on here not too long ago.
Who was it? The man?
No, it's Christian Joker. You know that. Did he change his name back yet, or is it still?
No, he's still Christian Joker. Folks, if you hadn't been listening to this podcast regular, Christian Joker was formerly known as Willie Spoon. He was here in Murfreesboro, pretty famous, worked as an actor at the Murfreesboro local play.
Well, he was a song leader over at the Old Highway Post Methodist Church.
Yeah, but so very famous in Murfreesboro.
Well, yeah.
Very famous, double barrel.
Yeah.
And he had a breakout role, I'd say, already pretty famous, but just sort of cemented his legacy here in Murfreesboro as Christian Joker for Coley's Christian Cinemas, where they took some footage from the Joker film that just come out. And,
it's for Christian audiences, because I saw the regular Joker. I saw it without them doing the Christianizing it. And that's just, you don't need to show that to youngins and, people. That's just awful. There's no reason for that movie. But Christian Joker is something wholly different. It's the same movie, but they take that and they add things and add different voices in it where they're teaching the gospel, singing a hymn, on and on. It just makes the movie that much more enjoyable, certainly for Christian audiences.
And it was big. It was big for a week or two.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he enjoyed the celebrity, and he had his face tattooed up permanent like a Joker, and he changed his name to Christian Joker from Wooly Spoon.
Officially, yeah.
Officially.
He went to the courthouse, and changed his name, yeah.
And I guess it's pretty easy, and I guess they don't question you about nothing if he could do that.
Yeah.
But then his name was Wooly Spoon, so maybe they're like, not really worse. But he let it go to his head, and I said, movies don't last forever. People didn't go around. I mean, name a famous movie, Jackie, from 1996.
1996?
Yeah, name a famous movie from 1996.
I don't know what movie.
The biggest movie of the year from 1996.
But I don't know what.
Well, just take a guess. What would you imagine was the biggest movie of the year?
I don't know. James Bond or something. I don't know what.
Yeah,
1996.
people didn't tattoo James Bond on their face.
No.
Like in 1960, so this movie's still going to be popular 34. That's a bad example.
Yeah.
That one actually did last. If you change your name to James Bond,
that's still going. They got a new one coming out.
People would know what you were talking about.
Yeah, so that
I meant something like Triple X.
I know Remo Williams.
Remo Williams.
If you'd done Remo Williams, first off, you won't do that now. Back in, you don't want to put it on your face because you're racist, right? And the little Asian man's not really Asian, right? White man,
there are a lot of. Did he do a lot of that, Joel Grey?
Let's say it.
I feel like he played a lot of parts that weren't what he was.
Well, you're an actor, but at the same time, you're not supposed to put.
Well, who are you, Scarlett Johansson?
No, but you ain't supposed to play. You play different people, but you don't play different races and things of that nature like it, I don't think.
So don't watch Remo Williams.
No, I'm not saying that, but if you watch it, just know that part's wrong. But there's some, there's some.
Send your kids out of the room.
You can't just shield a child from everything.
I know a Remo
Williams.
Williams.
Point it out. Say you shouldn't do that. They should have hired a nice Asian man. There's plenty of Asian actors that could have played that role. Probably nothing against Mr. Joel Grey, but he just, we don't need to have. Anyhow, Remo Williams, a fine movie. It's like Obama says, older movies are all messy. They're a little messy, but it don't mean you have to say you can't watch any of it, don't like none of it. You
heard it here, folks. Jackie, people trying to cancel Remo Williams. Jackie standing up for racism.
No,
they won't let us watch anything, right, Obama? Says Jackie. Bringing Obama into it.
He's the one that said it. He's the one that said it. Says you can't just get on the computer and tell people they're wrong, and that's it, the end of it. Things are, nothing's easy and nothing's simple. I ain't saying that excuses it. I'm just saying I remember there being some exciting action moments that I enjoyed from Remo Williams. Either way, I would not tattoo Remo Williams on my face.
Change your name legally, Remo Williams.
No.
Because I know a Remo Williams.
But named after that?
Yeah, he works at Garbage Man.
Named after?
Well, yeah, his parents had him while they were fucking to Remo Williams.
All right.
And their last name...
I don't want to hear any more of it if you're going to sit there and run your mouth and cuss it. I'm tired of it.
Remo Williams Steuben?
Christian Joker is stuck with Christian Joker. Remo Williams is stuck with Remo.
And it's a hardship for him because he said, man, every time I say, people say, what's your name? I said, Remo Williams Steuben. They go, like that racist movie?
When did Remo Williams come out? It's older than 1996. I know that's the 80s, right? Remo Williams.
Yeah, you blew it on the...
Well, I don't know years.
Because Remo Williams Steuben, he's like 35.
Well, I just knew it was something they wanted to make a bunch of, like James Bond, but they didn't make but one of them.
So I wish they'd cancel culture at Remo Williams. It's been nothing but heartache for me.
Well, you could have kept Remo Williams had you recast that one role Joel Grey was playing. Nothing against Joel Grey, it ain't his fault. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Either way, you put an Asian man in there, you make Remo Williams, you got a good... I still think there's something to that. That's all I'm going to say about Remo Williams. I ain't going to discuss it no more. Done.
So Christian Joker changed his name to Christian Joker, and he had Joker makeup tattooed on his face, and he's like, this movie's going to be popular for the rest of my life. It's going to make more in the 10th week. It's going to make 10 times what it made the first week in the 10th week. Turned out it had a steep drop-off.
Well, that's because of Christian Penguin, which is not Batman Penguin. People, they thought they were going to make Batman Penguin. They took the old Batman Return movie, and they put that's what they did. But people thought Penguin, they thought it was going to be like penguin, the bird, and that's what turns out what people really wanted to see. So they went back and took that Morgan Freeman thing and had the
cut out all the Batman.
Yeah.
And just put in
regular penguins.
Plus Christian baptizing.
Yeah, baptizing penguins and gospel here and there. And people really enjoyed that. And at the time, enjoyed it a great deal more than the Christian Joker. Because they'd already seen that, so they're ready for something different. Like,
and then he had another run of bad luck on top of that where his kids stole his sign and beat him up. And
it's been a rough time for Christian Joker.
He lost. His mama died, the one he give baths to. And then what on top of that, he lost. He had getting some medical treatment. Did that just turn out to be for tattoo removal?
It might have been. I don't remember what it was, but he lost his insurance, all that stuff.
Like insurance wouldn't cover tattoo
removal off his face. But things were looking rough for him. And, of course, this video I'm talking about didn't make it look any better for him. Because on Pretty Trees, they were filming, just a nice, I remember it, because I've seen it, everybody's seen it. It was a nice, regular elm tree, beautiful elm tree.
Oh, yeah, well, it's fall,
it was
fall colors.
Located off of Old Fort Parkway. They see here's this tree there, it's beautiful. But then as the camera zooms in, I guess Christian Joker was, I don't know what his living circumstances were, whether he was living out there or whatever.
He's coming out of that bush.
He was coming out of the bush, and he had a can of Dr. Thunder with him. So he's coming out of the bush. There's an elm tree. He comes out of the bush. First off, look, clown, joke, whatever. That gets your attention. He comes out with a can of Dr. Thunder. He's trying to open it, and then he drops it. So he drops it. He bends down to pick it up. Then he trips over it. He trips over a can of Dr. Thunder. Then he gets it all, gets it together a little bit, and he gets it and stands up, got a hold of it, and he opens it, and it spews all over his
like
face.
A real fucking clown.
It was. You would think.
It was a routine.
It was planned out, but I guess it wasn't.
No, it was just like the straw that broke a camel back.
But Bruce and Sheena have run that every morning. People love it. It's hilarious. I don't know how a Christian Joker felt about it at the time, but he got to be so popular. Of course, they people wanted to bring him on the show because people remember Christian Joker, and of course they were really laughing at this video Bruce and Sheena were showing every morning. So he was going to have him on the show, and I'll be honest, because all the stuff that he'd gone through recently, I was a little concerned about, do you really want to put him on TV after running that video? You know what I mean? I didn't know.
Yeah, and plus he was threatening them.
Well, he was. He was
going around town saying, when I get on there, I'm going
to do this, do that to him. I ain't going to say because I didn't hear it from him directly from his mouth. Otherwise, I'd repeat it. But there are rumors. Somebody says one thing, it gets changed and this and that. But it was a possibility, if you went by what you heard, that some bad things were going to happen on Pretty Trees that day when they had Christian Joker on as a guest because of his funny little video. It fortunately, well, it depends on how you look at it, whether it's good or bad. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but it went on the show. We were all, people were nervous. I think that's the highest ratings Pretty Trees ever got. That's why they got $25. Bruce gave them $25. So we got more money than we know what to do with these days.
We're on a roll.
Yeah.
Now, Pretty Trees is the most popular show on local Murfreesboro television.
Now it is, yeah, because Christian Joker. And I'm wondering, does he get a cut of that or something? But I don't think he does, from what I understand. But he is going to use this bit of popularity because he got on the show. I remember turning it on that morning, Pretty Trees, Bruce and Sheena right there, bring out Christian Joker. They, of course, showed the video again.
It goes up his nose, you can tell.
I know, him just tripping over, falling, busting his nose. He busts his nose, which is always looked like a little blood, but you can't tell because of makeup. You don't know if it's red but it looked like he bust his nose. Then right after you bust your nose, open that, it go right up in it. But anyhow, they showed that video, brought him out there, and then, there's a little bit of nervousness here. And he ran it on about how things are, in the world ain't right.
Society.
Yeah, this don't happen. You had me on here for the wrong reasons. He went down the list of the indignant.
Me.
Yeah. And then this happened, and then this happened. And I thought, well, good Lord, somebody needs to pull the plug right now before something bad happens on this show. It's not what you want on Pretty Trees.
That's why they don't have guests.
Yeah, they just had pictures.
They used to
trees.
have guests, and they said nobody wants to see guests. They want to see the Pretty Trees.
They want to see Pretty Trees, and they want to hear Bruce and Sheena say how pretty it is. It's a good format, no reason to mess with it.
Because they'd have people come on, talk about the pets down at the pet clinic, and come adopt a pet at the pet place.
Yeah, that just didn't.
Come on down to Harvest Festival at the elementary school. Nobody gives that shit.
Now, people want to know want to see a pretty picture of a tree, and then they want to know the location of the tree so they may go look at it themselves. That's pretty much the reason for pretty trees. Again,
that is important, them giving the location of the tree.
They always give a location.
Because sometimes you'd be like, I wish I could see that in person. Shit.
Well, that's what you want. They always say, this, elm trees located on Old Fort Parkway, go over. That's part of what the show is. So it's a little awkward having a guess, and Bruce and Sheena were trying to figure it out. And, of course, Christian Joker, there's a handful dealing with that, especially him ranting on about how awful everybody's been to him at one time or another. But we got a little nervous, got a little concerned, but then he took that moment right there when he had the limelight on him. He took that moment to stand up, and I know y'all are probably aware next month we got, next week we got an election going, and Christian Joker stood up and took that moment to say he is running for the mayor of Murfreesboro. That election's next week.
Christian Joker's running for mayor of Murfreesboro.
Yeah. That's what he said he's going. He did.
That's next week. It's a short
announcement, a quick burst. But of course, I don't think there's anybody in Murfreesboro that ain't watched him trip and then open that can of Dr. I never seen. I don't think anybody hasn't seen that, because they're actually making that his campaign ad is what they're doing. They took that and just said, Murfreesboro, there's a lot of changes. He says whatever he says. All this bad stuff happened. Blah blah blah. But then Christian Joker for mayor, and that's. That ad, I don't care how much money anybody else is paying for an ad to run for mayor, which I don't know of anybody really, but not nearly no one's going to see that as much as they seen him tripping. I don't know if the money he's raising, Pretty Trees, get some of that. Of course, it could be his likeness. He's allowed to do whatever he wants with the video. I don't know how any of that works.
But his likeness is also the Joker, so it seems like he could get in trouble.
Yeah,
and also Walmart and Dr. Thunder, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially because he took after that, it was still tense because he announced, and Bruce was kind of mad. Like Sheena was trying to play peacemaker, but Bruce was like, "So you're gonna be mayor now, and then what? Just trip over a can of Dr. Thunder, and that's your platform?" That's pretty good.
I would, yeah.
That's a good thing. And then he pulled out that can. Do you remember that? He had that can.
Had it on.
How about you? I squirt you in the face.
Yeah.
See how you two like it.
Yeah.
And then he opened it up, but it squirted in his own face.
He got it in his face. He's good. If he was just a regular clown, you couldn't find a better one. He'd be the best one.
I know he's a joker. He's supposed to be edgy.
Well, or Christian.
But just funny.
Yeah. If he was just a regular clown. Mayor, I don't know about it. I'll be honest. I don't know about if it's...
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't
think so.
No, but if he just wanted to put a tent up and do Christian Joker... act, maybe get a couple more clowns or something. I'd go see that. Yeah. So my sponsors, Pretty Trees. Again, you watch it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know. You must have been in a cave somewhere or something. But if you ain't seen it yet, they're still running it without the endorsement or out. They just running the video without him saying I'm running for mayor. They don't have that part in it because they can't do that while the show's on. But they show it. In the commercial breaks, they do show it. So
it's so funny, just because
you're gonna see it a lot. Yeah,
I guess just because we've been talking about it. You know how the phone hears everything you say, and then it comes up in my Instagram feed. His ad come up just, I guess, because we was talking about it, and it's just him tripping and falling, and then the squirting, and it says, "I for mayor, I deserve it."
Yeah.
But it looks like he's saying, I deserve to get the money shot in the face from that Dr. Thunder.
Can. Yeah, well, just get all over him. He's a good clown.
He's probably going to win. I mean, the way things are.
I don't know anybody. I don't know who else is running. I don't know who he's up against.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, were other people running that were like regular politicians?
If there were, I don't remember
like
who they
dedicated public servants?
I don't remember. No, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anybody else who would be foolish enough to take on Christian Joker.
At this point, I don't
Jackie,
know.
I got a sponsor this week that I think you're really going to like. For mayor, Jesus' skeleton.
What?
Yes, folks, Jesus' skeleton just got out of the hospital and give me $25. This is not. Oh, also, we should clarify from the beginning that this is not Jesus' actual skeleton that's running for mayor of Murfreesboro.
It's
Tennessee.
not a real skeleton, period. But anyhow,
Jesus' actual skeleton went up to heaven with him.
Yes.
This is Jesus' skeleton that stayed behind, and the apostles were too afraid of him. He was supposed to help preach. This was a skeleton. This was a skeleton. This is why he's going to have problems in this campaign, because he can't get his story simple.
Well, he's portraying this too. He wasn't alive back. This is a man that's portraying.
Back in Jesus' day.
Yes.
He come out to help all the lepers get their whatever shit straight. Whatever.
There were so many of them trying to get a hold of them.
There were so many, and then there was a skeleton laying over there, which is probably a leper that died. We're not sure. And Jesus said, I'm going to get this skeleton. I'm going to zap him up and get him dancing around to entertain the people till I can come by and heal them or whatever they want from me. And then the skeleton he could heal people because if he bumped into them accidentally dancing and spinning, he would heal you. But later Jesus said, I didn't think about it. I should have just made him help me heal. But it's good that he can dance and sing because that's a good quality you want in a mayor of Murfreesboro, according to this copy
this man,
I've got
this
here.
didn't really happen to him. And also, I just want to say, I don't think it really happened. This is a children's story. This isn't in the Bible. This was a way to make children interested in the Bible. And like
Christian Joker wrote this story.
Yeah.
But Jesus' skeleton won the rights back from last week. It was another in a horrible string of events.
I'm about to say he couldn't run for office and use that name, but I guess
he won. That's why he was celebrating.
What is the man's name that actually plays Jesus' skeleton? What's his name?
Jesus' skeleton. He stayed behind. He didn't. This is Jesus' skeleton went up to heaven, Jackie.
I know that's the story.
This is Jesus' skeleton. Because Jesus owned this skeleton, and he would make it dance and help him.
I know the story of it. I'm saying the man
he stayed behind.
Went to the hospital.
He was supposed to help the apostles, but they were too scared of the skeleton, so he stayed in Jesus' favorite graveyard and invented Halloween. That's how come Halloween can become a Christian
holiday. I know the story of it. I'm saying the man that plays Jesus.
Last week, the Gospel Ghouls, which was a group of funny monsters that are also Christian and help you when Halloween becomes too secular or too demonic.
Yep.
You call them. Christian Joker come up with them, but Jesus' skeleton, I guess, won the rights to the Gospel Ghouls, which are the hymn wolf, which is a wolf that sings hymns like he do it, Jackie. He arose.
He arose, hallelujah, Christ arose.
Ooh, that's the hymn wolf in the scripture mummy, is that right?
He's got the scripture written all over the bandages or whatever.
Jesus is in red.
Yeah, preaching Dracula, which I think is the least
now
effort
we
into
will
that
pass
one.
around the plates for the offering.
He should have come up with something better than that.
That's fine.
Well, I mean,
the
whole point is to help kids on Halloween learn about the scriptures and the good Lord and the good word. And that for that reason, it's fine. It's all fine.
And the creature from the black baptismal pool, when you get baptized, he comes up and grabs you.
Yeah.
So Jesus' skeleton was one of the Gospel Ghouls. Somehow, I don't understand that they had some rights issues. He won the rights from Christian Joker, which was another event in his spiral. And then last week we had the Haunted Leaf Ride, which ended in a blazing hot fire.
I could have told you that.
Susie Whiskers, her leaves in the wagon just caught, because everybody's smoking. Jesus' skeleton smokes like a freight train.
Smoking, especially around all bunch
He
of dry
was
leaves.
dating Susie Whiskers, who Christian Joker imagined was dating him. Anyway, leaves went up. They set fire to Booty's ass-themed restaurant here in Murfreesboro.
Man, I ain't going to miss that.
7 to 8 miles of woods. Susie Whiskers was fine, and we have been hanging out dating, I would say, more than dating.
Nobody cared about the personal
Kissing.
life. I don't want to hear about who you're kissing. I don't want to hear anything about it.
Until Jesus' skeleton decided to run for mayor, and then he and Susie Whiskers got back together, and it was heartbreaking for me because I'd spent a lot of time on her campaign signs, but they said they're going to do what's that scary bald man who looks like a skeleton himself?
What?
And he was married to that other scary lady who looks like a skeleton, and she's a Republican skeleton, and he's a Democrat skeleton.
That's James Carville you're talking about.
Yeah, they're doing that. So Susie Whiskers is also running for mayor.
What?
Well, because she just got her business off the ground, and she says she's on a roll.
Business off the ground. Well, I thought everything got burned up. What's your business?
People loved it, and they couldn't stop talking about it. And they were like, them leaves went up like gangbusters. I've never seen leaves catch like that. And she said, well, would you pay to see that? Because I've got so many leaves. And they said, yeah. So she has rented a giant metal room that she fills with leaves and sets on fire, and there's one little porthole you can look in. and you come down there to Leaf Burners.
That's a business. That's a people pay.
Some people just want to watch leaves burn.
Well, if people give us $5 to listen to 20 extra minutes of this mess, I guess so. Why not?
Well, that's her campaign slogan, too. Some people just want to watch leaves burn. Susie Whiskers for mayor.
So we got Jesus Skeleton.
Yeah, that's my sponsor. Jesus is Skeleton. Oh, I guess I see your point. What? I don't know his actual name.
Well, he got to have a real name somehow.
Well, maybe he changed it to Jesus is Skeleton.
Why would you?
Just like Susie Whiskers changed her name.
What'd she change her names to?
I don't know. I'm not. That's her personal business.
If she's running for mayor, you want to know what her name is, one way or the other. You got to know how to pronounce it right when you talk about whoever's running.
Susie Whiskers.
That's her name now.
Yeah, that's all that matters is your name now. This is who she is.
She changed it to that. Why would you change it to that if it was something? I don't know what it was. I don't know.
It's none of our business.
I don't care.
So Jesus is Skeleton, the Democrat. Some good luck. Christian Jesus. What's his name?
Christian
Jesus.
Well, yeah, Christian Jesus. I wish Christian Jesus was running, but Christian Joker.
You think Christian Jesus would have a chance in 2020 for any office?
I don't know about that.
They'd laugh him out of town.
Yeah.
Get out of here, hippie. What are you doing running for something? What are you running for? Get your hands out of my pocket to help homeless people? Ticket? Get lost. Go back to Whole Foods. Christian Joker, who is not a Republican.
He's independent.
He's independent.
Yeah.
He's too smart to be a Republican or a Democrat. That's what he said.
Can't pin him down, yeah.
Says, no, I don't like either one of them. I'm independent.
Both of those have treated me so badly.
Oh, I'm third party.
Democrats have treated me horribly. Republicans have treated me terribly.
Can you imagine voting for either one of those? Vote for me. I'm Christian Joker. I'm too smart for the two-party system.
We'll see. Right now, he gets my vote because he's so far, he's made the funniest video of anybody tripping over a can of Dr. Thunder.
Well, Susie Winster's got a whole bunch of damn fire.
That the fire ain't the same. To me, I don't think that, because that'll get hurt. He got hurt a little bit when it, tripped over it, but it didn't hurt him,
Susie Whiskers putting so much fire content up. I don't know if she's got a chance because one of these people has Christian in their name and the other has Jesus's in their name. But the Jesus's has Skeleton in the name also. But then Christian Joker has Joker in the name, which could hurt him, although people do like that movie. So who's to say? He's going to get a lot of he's going to get church and incel votes.
Well, it's going to be a tight race, I reckon, between those three. I guess. I don't know, but it seems like Christian Joker's got it. But we'll find out next week.
Jesus' Skeleton doesn't really have a platform.
We'll find out.
He's just running on. He's like, I own this character, so I guess I got to run for something. That's what you do. You get a brand, you get a character, and you just trump that shit up. So that's Jesus' Christian Joker. What? Christian Joker, independent. Jesus' Skeleton, Democrat, and Susie Whiskers,
Republican.
On the fire starter ticket.
Yeah.
There's not a Republican running.
Well, all I can say, if you want to know anything about...
Oh, there is a Republican. He's just boring. He's in a tie. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, Remo Williams.
What?
Remo Williams Steuben. I didn't even know he's running. He's a Republican.
Remo Williams is running?
Steuben.
Oh.
Not Fred Ward.
He's good, though, isn't he?
He is good.
Yeah.
I'd vote for him. Is he still alive?
He's still living, yeah.
Joe Gray, too?
Could have been making Remo Williams all this time. Joe Gray, everybody's still alive. Remo Williams, I may not have made another movie, but if he was in it, it kept you alive this long.
They miscalculated.
We'll
Goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye. Boo!
Who you booing?
Boo!
Who are you booing at?
I'm just booing right now, just a boo. It's just the thing to do now these days. You boo. It don't matter who you booing, just boo. It's just what that's what it is now.
I mean, there's people who deserve it.
But, well, of course, Trump. I just say I'm booing him. I'm just
Yeah,
going
that's
in.
what you should-
I couldn't get up to New York to see the fighting. I couldn't get to Washington to see the ball game, so I'm going to take this moment here. Let's just pretend he come in the room here.
Boo!
Get the heck down. Get out of here.